What's going on, guys? Russell here, and I'm going to be bringing you a 1 versus 1 cast between Ironsoldier, the red Protoss in the bottom right here, versus Hinonoki, the blue Protoss in the top right, and it is a PvP. And I don't know why I'm looking over here. I was just trying to see what map it was, because I thought it was Shattered Temple, but it's not Shattered Temple. And the description sent to me was from Ironsoldier, I believe, and he said this is a counter cheese build, so just by that I'm going to assume that Hinonoki is going to be cheesing. And my eyes are killing me right now because I was trying to watch a YouTube video in 3D without 3D glasses, and they were talking about a crossing your eye technique, and my eyes are just But anyways, I'm going to try and cast this regardless. And we have Hinonoki looking for the base, completely neglecting. Oh, there he goes. Now he has it selected. And scouting in the wrong direction the first time, and we have Ironsoldier also queued up, scouting in the wrong direction the first time, but we are going to see these two probes bump this, and it looks like Ironsoldier is probably thinking maybe he's here, but he's going to check just in case regardless. And we see Hino finally going over to scout the correct base, and we see the gateway going down for Ironsoldier at about the 2-minute mark, which is about the 13 supply for if you are going for a 4-gate push. That is, the 13 supply is about the time you want to be putting down your gateway. And we see Hino, where does he go? And he is going to be out of his vision, as you can tell. He does not see him, and he's pulling all these probes off the line. All he needs is really just to pull 4 probes off the line to destroy this pylon, and will he get it with all these many probes? There is no need to have this many probes off the line, and there goes that pylon going down. Question is, did he cancel it? I'm not positive, and he's still using all these probes to chase this one probe. Will he get this round? And no, he does not get this round on it, and he's getting attacked over here, and his probe died because of this cannon. So we are going to see Hino being the cheeser, and Ironsoldier throwing down the lol's cheese. So this is all he's got, and we will see as to what he does from here. And there goes the pylon from Hino finally, and we see gateway, 2 gateways going down, so we should be seeing a zealot coming out of here shortly once he gets 100 minerals, because he did a little, went a little too probe happy by pulling all of them offline. And we see Hino throwing down 2 cannons in his base before he even starts to throw down one, so already doing the cheese wrong. At this point in time, you want to have like your pylon already down here and 3 or 4 cannons ripping away at his base, but I prefer not to cheese, and I won't really show any videos on how to cheese, so excuse me. I'm going to kind of diss on Hino here for cheesing, because cheesing is retarded and a waste, and there's no reason to have 3 zealots queued, or 2 even, queued up here. And there goes a second pylon to get into his base even further. And we see the cybernetics core finishing, and what he should be doing is canceling the zealot and warping in a stalker. Excuse me, I don't know why, but I have the burps. And are we even seeing him still producing probes? Yes, this cheeser actually knows what he's doing a little bit. He is staying more, he is keeping his probe count up at his main, but we do have Ironsoldier having quite a few more probes, and the zealot is going to get picked off. Will he be able to take this down before he dies? Very nice. Able to keep that zealot alive while killing that cannon, making Hino waste 150 minerals. And Ironsoldier's throwing down the stop cheese, and you noob. But this zealot won't be able to take this down. He needs... oh, the stalker will though. Easy. So now he does have the stalker to deal with this. Okay, and Hino does cancel that one. So he should just pretty much give up now, since he does have stalkers on the way. Doesn't really need to be queuing up 2 of them though. Just wasting minerals there. And another cannon going down. So is he still keeping up pro production? Kind of. He's got how many on his mineral line? 11 on his mineral line and 1 in the gas. And we are seeing... yep, there goes the cannons. He needs to... he might destroy this pylon before the cannon finishes. But even then, it's still powered by this pylon. And throwing down 2 more cannons. don't know why. Still keeping up the cheese, even though he knows it's not effective and he's not gonna finish it. And what he needs to do is he needs to turn these into warp gates and start pumping out stalkers a little bit quicker. And he finally deters his cheese here, but he does have this probe happily sitting there for no apparent reason, and there goes the warp gates. So we are seeing a very effective anti-cheese micro from Ironsoldier here, kind of deterring that probe a little bit, because if you are going to be getting cheese, like if a Protoss is in your base and they go to a point where you can't see, you more than likely will be getting cheese by the Protoss player. And when you do scout their base and all you see is one pylon and a forge and nothing else, you are going to be getting cheesed by the Protoss player. And does he still try and keep this up? He has more than enough minerals too. And we will see if he throws on some more pylons. No, I believe this probe will get picked off here from these stalkers if these stalkers see it. And no, they do not. And this probe is just running happily through the base, viewing everything that he has. So we will go to his view, and he sees that the warp gates are finished. And he does see that there's two, and I don't know why he's putting one right there. And there goes that probe, who was happily trying to just do what his commander said by building pylons. He's like, you sure you want me to put a pylon right there where Ironsoldier can see what I'm doing? And Ironsoldier basically telling him what the probe was telling him, but the probe didn't really tell him that. I'm just saying. And what he needs to be doing is getting more saturation on his main base. And not even close to being supply blocked. Throwing down a Zealot, needs to throw it on a Stalker, and actually he could just move out right now and win, because all he really has is two gateways, 3 gateways, and he is building 3 Zealots. He's got 3 Zealots queued up, 4 cannons at his base. Really all Iron needs to do is come in through this back here and focus down this pylon, and then these cannons are ineffective and just come from the back, and boom, there goes all his probes. And we are seeing another pylon and another gate going down. So maybe this probe will go ahead and scout. We will see if it does go ahead and scout as to what's going on. And no, it is going to the wrong base. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I want to say I do, but I don't know why he's got this probe over here. Alright, so we will go back to his base. He's got the Robo Bay finishing, 1 Immortal out, working on the 2nd, and he's got 2 pylons going down. So we are seeing very mid-ish gameplay here now with these 2 Immortals coming out. Because if you're going PvP, one of the Protoss players more than likely will be going a 4-gate, and the other Protoss player more than likely will be going a 3-gate, because he's like, oh, he's going to be going a 4-gate. Immortals are very, very strong against Stalkers. I believe it's like 2 hits and the Stalker's down or something like that, maybe 3 because of the shield. Because Immortals, like I have said before, do 50 damage to armored units. And I don't know what he's doing here. Misclick maybe? I have no idea. And, oh, did not even see this. And I'm neglecting to use any of the tabs. As you can see, we have Ironsoldier 26 probes to 17, 8 Zealots, 3 Zealots, 2 Immortals, 6 Stalkers, and 3 Sentries. And he does have his expansion going down. And it should be finished here about 60 seconds from now. He has an Observer out and putting down another gateway. And he is more than well off for being supply capped. Blocked. My bad. And we do not see the forge going down. Are we going to see some cannon play here? And he does need to warp this into a warp gate. Are we going to see either cannon play, or will he start getting upgrades for his units? And we also see Hino throwing down an expansion. If he wants to at least hold this, he's going to have to basically either wall this off with cannons or buildings or whatever. And he has a ton of Immortals, not Immortals but Zealots, just using unneeded minerals. He has more than enough gas, so he should be getting a Cybernetics core. He does have the Cybernetics core, but he is not researching Warp Gate, which, as I've said quite a few times, as a Protoss player, that is what you want to be doing, is researching Warp Gate. And we have these 5 probes not doing anything. Needs to... you need to click them in. And this Observer going to scout this expansion, scout that he's putting down cannons, and I'm not sure if this observer will die or not from this cannon. Ah, just takes its shields down. And he will see all of these zealots if he does go that way. So he's just chilling there. Alright, and finally the probe is doing something. Yes! And we have a huge, well not really huge, but a big army, much bigger than what these cannons and everything else here is able to hold off against. And yes, we now finally see the warp tech being researched, and we see that Iron now knows exactly what he has, and he just kills that observer. But he is getting crucial information from the scouting because he sees that, okay, he doesn't have enough minerals, or well, he does have quite a few minerals, but he didn't at the time when he scouted this, because there is an expansion down, and there is 2 cannons at the front base with 2 pylons. And then he also saw that all he has is these zealots, no charge, no nothing on him, and he has no upgrades to his units, and now Iron is finishing that level 1 upgrade to his units, so I believe he will be going out at that time when that is finished, and 2 Stargates going down. And these Stargates are going to be very effective if he gets some Void Rays out, because those Zealots won't have any way to reach those Void Rays unless if they have like flipping powerful legs and jump up and attack the Void Rays, but that doesn't happen. It's a wish. It's a friendly wish. And we see Hino getting prepared for any attack by putting these Zealots right here. And we see Ironsoldier maybe doing a little bit more scouting, or yep, throwing down that proxy pylon so he can warp units up and reinforce his army very quickly. And yes, we do see him moving out. This is going to be more than enough to take out anything that Hino has at his base. These zealots, these cannons, gone. So the cheese early in the game, not very well done, because we did have Iron pull off more than enough of his units off of the mineral line to go and take out that probe or take out that pylon in the beginning. That set Hino back quite a bit because he did not cancel it, and he lost all the resources from that pylon. And now we see the attack commencing. We see units being warped up on top that will join this army of Stalkers, 3 Immortals, Zealots, and Sentries. And the Sentries are useful against these cannons because they will reduce the damage from ranged enemies by 2 as long as he uses the Guardian Shield. And focusing down one of these cannons, what he needs to do is attack click so he can focus down these Zealots, using force fields to push these Zealots into choke points. And all of the Zealots going down, and the Zealot, oh man, I feel sorry for him, not even able to save his buddies. And this cannon going down very quickly from this army of proportion compared to what Hino has. And there goes his pylon, there goes his expansion. What he needs to do is an Ironsoldier using the offensive GG, which I'm going to say he earned this GG very well because he was able to fight off that cheese. And this probe is not having a good day. Oh, never mind, this probe is having an amazing day. He sees those zealots coming right at him and he's like, ah! And never mind, he's now having a shitty day. And we see more Stalkers, more Zealots coming in for Iron. And he's throwing down 2 pylons. Not sure as to why. And we see some decent surround, even though you don't really need to surround with the Stalker. You need to get the surround on with the Zealots. And, yep, Hino's got nothing. Hino's base is pretty much destroyed unless these 6 cannons are able to do something, but 7 cannons are able to do something, but they're not going to be able to hold off this army of this size, especially with the Guardian Shields being in place now, and those pylons going down, 2 in the Twilight Council being ineffective now. There goes 1 cannon, 2 cannon, and now he's on his mineral line. And the pylon going down also, there goes 4 of his gateways being destroyed, well not destroyed, but taken offline. And those Zealots not even able to do anything, and Immortals just ripping through these gateways because Immortals do 50 damage to armored units. And we're just seeing Hino getting destroyed, but Hino finally throwing up the GG and throwing the towel. So very well play from Ironsoldier here to effectively counter this cheese, and we did see 2 Void Rays coming out onto the field later on. And very well play from Ironsoldier. Maybe could have used a little bit more macro, but being able to fight that cheese off in the early beginning set him way ahead than Hino, and Hino couldn't really catch up. But if he would have researched Warp Gate tech, he might have been able to last a little bit longer. But no, he was not able to hold it off. So we see how to hold off a cheese if you are getting cheesed. What you do as a Protoss player is, if you see another Protoss player in your base hiding in the shadows, you want to go check it out and see what that person is doing, which is a fundamental of scouting. You want to always check out the shadows. If once the other Protoss player scouts you and decides to move out, and if you see him just disappear into the shadows, go check out to where he went so you can see if he is placing down a pylon or not. And then try and pump out a stalker as soon as you can if you do see that pylon happening. Because if you are able to get a zealot out and then a stalker out, you are able to chase the probe so he can't really put anything down, and the stalker is able to focus down that pylon if the cannon is not placed right. So we see very decent play, very nice play from Ironsoldier, some very great micro from his probes, even though he did pull more than enough probes off the line. You want to pull at least 4 probes off the line to deal with that pylon, to get it down before it even finishes. And then we see him getting the right unit composition to take down all these buildings very quickly, because the buildings are armored. As you can see here, armored. And Immortals do 50 damage to armored. So, Hino, one thing for you, don't cheese. Usually if you cheese and you can't pull it off in the first 5 minutes of the game, you're going to lose. So, very well play from Ironsoldier. And don't forget to comment, rate, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you guys want to send me a replay, send it to unassortedreplays@gmail.com. Leave a short little description about the time, the players, and the league you are in. So, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.